at their nose, especially Kent. Kent has the 3 weights on the left side of his shell. He has the highest squirt, so they all do it. It's just the highest. When they take in their food, they're taking in water at the same time. In order to swallow the food, they have to push all that water out through their nose. And they're doing that underwater too. You just can't see it underwater. Another neat thing about the greens, the beak is serrated. So it looks like they have tiny teeth, but that's just the shape of the beak, and it allows them to shred through the seagrass and sea lettuce that they're eating. This is George right here. She squirts out a lot of water. She's got like a little V shape. She has 2 weights on the back. And she's right next to Katie Love. Katie Love is not permanent. She's now tumor free. Now in the wild, sea turtles are solitary. They don't live together. So in here, it's not really like they're communicating or socializing with each other. But they do get along. They're not aggressive. They just bump each other out of the way for food. That's about it. This big green right here, his name's April. He is a boy. He was just rescued in the month of April back in 1990. He's blind. So he's missing his right eye because the virus, his left eye, very milky, like there's a cataract over that left eye. He doesn't see very well. And he can still find that snack because they have an incredible sense of smell. They can smell underwater, above water, even miles away. When we do give April his squid every day, we'll feed that to him right off the tongs, put it right in front of him, so we make sure he gets plenty to eat. The other large green over here, that's right up against George, that's Montel. He's named after Montel Williams, the talk show host, because his life has been nothing but drama. Everything that could happen to a sea turtle, it's happened to Montel. He's missing the left front flipper. He was entangled in fishing line. The right front flipper is very short. We think a shark got that. The left side of his shell dented in from a boat, and he's missing his right eye because of the virus. So poor Montel. He really has been through it all. But he was rescued 13 years ago. He's grown a lot since then, and he has a really nice retirement home right here at the hospital. And then right next to Montel, he's got 3 weights on the back. And oh yeah, there's Bender, the Kemp's Ridley right there. So Bender, she doesn't eat this fish channel. She only eats shrimp stuffed inside a squid. So she doesn't come up too often. But there she is out there by the orange ball. That is their natural color. She's not an albino. So now you can see why they're called the ghost turtle. Blends right in with the sandy bottom. And she is full size. She's an adult female, so that's as big as they get. Bender was rescued in 2005. She is missing her left front flipper, probably from a shark. And she was struck by a boat. So she's wearing weights on the left side of her shell. She's a little more active, or tends to be a little more active in the afternoon, so she'll probably swim around a little bit more. Right over there against the wall, that's Mickey that has the 3 weights on the back, the 2 long ones, and then the small round one in the middle. His back flippers are paralyzed from the boat strike. But since all the swimming power's in the front, and he's got those weights on, he can get around in here just fine, because he can still dive down to the bottom when he wants to rest. There's Kent right here. He's the one that squirts out a lot of water. You do notice a lot of fish in here. This pool is still connected to the bay. It's going to fluctuate with the tide. We're on a mid, almost high tide right now. Deepest part's about 12 feet. Since it's still connected, little minnows can swim in. And the little minnows turn into those big fish because they get food all day too. They don't have any predators. So the turtles are not eating the fish, especially the greens, the herbivores. Don't eat a lot of fish to begin with. Just helps keep it natural. Helps the turtles feel more at home, so we let the fish stay. If it gets too crowded, we'll just scoop some out and throw them back in the bay. So you will see lots of fish out here. There's a few more turtles with that FP virus that are now tumor-free. Elena, she's going over there towards the corner. She's a little bit smaller in size. The entire right side of her shell looks a little banged up. Well, she came in August. She washed up onto the beach. She had the virus. She was tangled up in ropes, and she was struck by a boat. She was so weak when she first came in. We couldn't put her in any water because she couldn't lift her head to breathe. So she was just under a shower sprinkler to help keep her wet. She had a crack all the way down her shell from that boat strike. We had to put metal plates over top of the crack to help hold it together as it was healing, and they acted like splints. Those plates were temporary. Her shell did heal. You can actually see how her scutes are growing back in. So we took those plates off. She had surgery. She's tumor-free. And her shell is all better now, so she'll be released after a year.
How do you tell male from female?
How you tell male from female? The adults, you can look at the tail. So April and Montel, you can actually see a long tail on those guys. The females, like Bender, their tail's so short, it will not extend past the carapace. So the males will have a really long tail. This only works in the adults because when they're still little, that tail hasn't fully developed yet. It does take around 25 years for them to reach maturity. April, Rebel, and they've been here since 90, 91. We can safely say they're in their 30s at least. They're probably older. They could be 40, 50, 60. No way to determine exact age. It's all just an estimate based on their size. This is Coastie right here. He's got one weight on. And then right next to Coastie underneath is Sequoia. He's got 2 weights on. So again, you can see how the weights, it's just a lot of trial and error to see what's going to work best for each turtle. Of course, each turtle is going to have a different injury, and they'll need a different placement and different amount of weights. Oh, there's Jimbo over there. He popped up. So you can still see the scar on his front right flipper from where that large tumor was removed. Ew. Now, Bender, the Kemp's Ridley, Rebel, the big loggerhead, Montel, April, and Bubblebutt, the original Bubblebutt, who's not over here just yet, but it shouldn't take him too much longer, and he'll probably pop up over here. Those 5, the Turtle Hospital is their home. This is where they're hanging out for the rest of their days. It is mainly due to their injuries. You can actually adopt one of those 5, but the other permanent residents can go to other zoos or aquariums. Because they're endangered, if an aquarium wants a sea turtle, they can't just go out in the ocean and take one. It's got to come from someplace like us. So the sea turtles you see in captivity have some kind of injury that's preventing them from going back out. The turtles down at the Key West Aquarium and Fear of the Sea up here in Almirada, they were rehabilitated here before they went to their forever home. We've sent turtles to England, Shed Aquarium, Mystic Aquarium, all over. This past summer, we sent our biggest turtle to Vegas. His name's OD. OD weighs 330 pounds. So we put him on a FedEx cargo plane, flew him out to the desert, and now he's in a 1,000,000-gallon reef aquarium at the Mandalay Aquarium out in Las Vegas. So if you're ever in Vegas, you can say hey to OD.